Dom just shows up. He just asking all sorts of questions about what are we doing today? When are we finishing the other side?
He's just trying to keep you on your...
Mary Kate? Mary Kate, this is my YouTube video and you're in the house. You stay inside the house.
Whoa, you're on YouTube.
Yes, we're live right now. We're recording. Okay, welcome back to another video. Today, we're starting with, Dom, just so you know, we're starting with the trim rings. I got the holes marked up. We're gonna drill some holes. Motion Raceworks, shout out. Thanks, Doug, appreciate you.
Thanks, Doug.
Dude,
appreciate you.
looks like a snowman. Fits your head perfect.
Looks like a potato head.
It's a Mr. Potato Head. All right, it's in there. Like swimwear. Accidentally ripped it with the dinger right here with the rivet gun. We'll just put my finger right there so you can't see that little tiny scratch. Just ignore it. Figure it out. But it looks nice. Much better than my my garbage cuts that I did. Shout out to Motion Raceworks. Now the lot more difficult task comes doing this side over here. Well, not necessarily more difficult, just probably gonna take longer. This cut was a lot better, I think. I did this one a lot better. So that part might be easier. Sorry, I felt the sneeze coming from like a mile away. It was down the street. But stupid. Okay, well, I didn't film a single thing last night because I was tired of not getting anything done, filming stuff and not getting stuff done. But so this side's off over here because it's done and it's ready to get tacked up. This side has the bong welded on it. The seat's back in the car from when we did the window net. Thanks, Tom, appreciate you.
You're welcome.
And we have to finish weld the rest of this dump tube up and then bleed the brakes and fix the fuel pressure regulator still. And then we're gonna take this thing for a drive. Oh, maybe today, hopefully. If not, then first thing tomorrow. All right, here's the deal. So it's the next day. Last night I finished welded up this side over here. Everything's all done, it's out the fender. All I'm gonna do is cut this off. I gotta cut this, put the trim ring on. Then I have to finish relocating this fuel pressure regulator. Then we also have to go get fittings for the master cylinder because Ford uses whatever stupid fittings that don't work with anything else. So I've got to go to the parts store to get fittings. I thought I was going to have the right stuff, but and also I was hoping that we're going to be able to drive the car. But since this is Southern Maryland in the early springtime, it's raining every single day of the week. So it's raining today. Yesterday was perfect, of course, but I didn't have any brakes, so I couldn't drive the car. But I'll go to the parts store and get the parts that we need and hopefully try to get this thing buttoned up. Now that we're gonna have a little bit more time, maybe I'll just clean up everything a little bit better. Well, after 3 stores, 1 trip home, and 47 different adapters and lines, I think we finally have something to work with. We'll find out when we're back at the house. Well, we got this all buttoned up over here. I'm gonna redo these brake lines later. I'm not happy with that at all. I prefer that it matches exactly that other one. This weird lasso loopy-doo one, we're gonna fix that. But fuel pressure regulators over here, obviously all this stuff I still have to finish putting all the wires and everything back. I have to take out this old on 3 exhaust. As you guys know, it's like looped up inside of the steering shaft. It's time to clean up in here because it's absolutely a nightmare. So I'm going to throw this on my head and clean up the garage, and then we'll go from there. All right, it's a new day. I got the car out. I did drive it yesterday. It was dark out, so not so good for filming, but just wanted to kind of like shake it out and see what issues I was going to run into. One is I thought I would be okay not changing the pedal ratio, and that is so not accurate. I definitely have to change the pedal ratio from the factory. I think factory is like 5 or something like that, or 4.5 to 1. It definitely needs to go to like 6 or 6.5 to 1. It was like I had to like stand on the brakes to get it to slow down as if I were pulling the e-brake. So I definitely need to change the pedal ratio. So I have to pull out the seat again, climb under there, and unbolt the plunger from the master cylinder, or unbolt the plunger from the brake pedal, and then drill a new hole up higher so that to change the ratio. But I'm gonna knock that. Dom should be here in a little bit. Hopefully we'll be able to take it for a drive today. Well, I know we'll be able to take it for a drive today, just as a matter of how long it takes me to do these brake line or this brake change real quick. So I've been talking with, it's windy out here today, sorry. I've been talking with Clinton Smith. He's a guy that's out here local. He's got a pretty badass Coyote, kind of like mine. His is a single turbo though, I think. I'm not totally sure. He runs out here in Maryland in the no time class. But we're talking about manual brakes. So I think I'm gonna make a change here. Basically, you can see there's the gas pedal, there's the brake, there's the clutch that doesn't work anymore. I just have it sucked up to the floor. So we're gonna follow this brake pedal up, and you can see where it's the master cylinder. Hopefully you can see where the master cylinder, the shaft for the plunger is bolted. I'm gonna be taking out the brake pedal, and I'm gonna be moving that bolt hole up, and that'll give me more leverage on the master cylinder, so you don't have to push as hard, because right now it's like absolutely unbearable how hard it is to, oh sweet, I'm gonna have to re-wrap this. That's jacked up from taking the seat out a couple of times. So I'm gonna pull that out. I'm probably not gonna be able to film it just because of how tight it is. I barely fit in here. So I'll get with you guys once I get it out. All right, we got the pedal assembly out. Basically it's these two 13s up here, 1, 2, and then you just take out the 4 bolts that go that hold the master cylinder to the firewall to the brake assembly, and then disconnect this connector here and that connector right here, and then it is ready to come out. I'm gonna pull this pin out right here that holds both the pedals. Once I pull the pin out, I should be able to pull this brake pedal off and drill the new hole. We've got the pedal out. So to measure for pedal ratio, you basically measure from the top point of the top rotation axis to the part of the pedal that you're gonna press on. So I measured it, it's about 14 inches. So we're gonna go for about, I think 6.5 or 6 to 1. So there you can see about 14 inches from the point of rotation down the pedal. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna measure, we're gonna move this hole up. It's probably gonna be somewhere in this area, and then that's where you're gonna connect the master cylinder. All right, we got everything back in here. We've redone the brake pedals. That kicked my butt. Jammed my knuckles up a bunch of times. I'll clean that off. Jammed my knuckles up a bunch of times and got really frustrated. So that's great, that's fun. But here we go, we're gonna start her up. Fuel pressure. Second drive, we did a test drive, not on video yesterday, just in case we crashed or something. The brakes are definitely a lot easier to push after changing the pedal ratio. Still garbage, but easier. Oh, I can't get over how loud that is. Holy moly! Manual brakes are definitely something to get used to.
They feel any different than yesterday?
It's a lot easier to get the same shitty response. Before it was really hard to get a very shitty response. Now it's a little easier to get the shitty response. People waving. Dude, they like it. In the neighborhood, they like it. Dude, can you smell that coming through the firewall now?
Yeah.
That electrical tape covering that hole is not doing a good job. They're a little bit better.
Better
even as a passenger.
Yeah.
Bro, because I was standing on him yesterday and we weren't stopping at all. Okay, we're gonna go get CO2. Maybe hit you guys up at the CO2 store, the oxygen, the welding supply store. What's that place called?
I don't know.
It's the oxygen supply store.
Yes.
Not that loud at all with the windows up. Here to get oxygen, the CO2 filled for the CO2 system, boost control.
Did he get you hooked up?
Oh yeah, he did. You want to come down, say hi to the people? This is where we get most all of our welding stuff, and gas, welding supplies, everything. You say what's up to the people. Most of my viewers are kind of local around here, so just introduce yourself and your business and everything. And
Oh man, I wouldn't know what to say on that thing.
oh, well, I mean, you and your dad work this shop and the shop next door, right?
Yeah, they have the welding school next door, and this side's the welding supplies and the compressed gases.
Yeah, and then you guys help out too, a lot of customers. I mean, me personally.
Well, anybody, military, cops, anything, first responders, everything, we donate a lot to y'all.
So he's helped me out a ton of questions. I had a ton of questions while I was working on that, the exhaust kit. They also do online stuff too, not just.
Yep, everything do welding supplies we do online. Miller, Lincoln, Victor, ESOB, pretty much anything to do with welding supplies we can get.
Right on. What other gases do you guys have other than?
Pretty much everything, spec gas, medical, industrial, emissions, pretty much wherever you can put in a bottle we can get.
And then all the, I mean, everything you need, hoods and filler material and, you know, any kind of weld, you know, discs, all this kind of stuff. And you guys are White Plains. This is White Plains, right?
Yeah, White Plains.
So
right.
White Plains right back here. What's that restaurant out there at the corner?
Rucci's.
Rucci's, right?
Rucci's.
Yeah, that you know, you go west, like turn west off of 301.
Yeah, if you come in from Waldorf, you go toward La Plata. We're right in between La Plata and Waldorf.
Right on. Well, thanks again for all your
No
help
problem,
and
brother.
everything.
Stay safe, man.
Yeah, we'll see you.
Go out and look at your hot rod.
Like the 24 hours of Le Mans, we're doing a driver change.
So it's in park right
Park
now.
right now, yep.
So that's
Reverse. One more back. That should be, let me see, sorry. That's neutral. So back one more without the trigger. It's first gear. There you go. Dude, don't forget to use your blinkers. Streetcar life.
wow. Your brakes are like.
I told you the brakes are, you gotta use them.
God.
You gotta stand on them. Bro, roll into it a smidge. Oh. Blinker.
It's not automatic.
No, it's not on. Believe it or it has a blinker, but the blinker is not an automatic turn-off deal. Okay, try the brakes again. Oh, there's that fucking bump, dude, every time. The brakes are something to get used to, aren't they?
Yeah.
Dude, is that roll cage a little too tight for you?
Yeah.
Your arms are making it look like that seat's really small. That's a 17.5-inch seat. That's a big seat. Like, I guess the 17.5 is for your hips. Dude, roll into her. Come on. This is the most smiling I've seen out of Dom in the last 2 days. I think it's time for you to get a race car, Dom.
Yeah.
Ashley's got to be okay with it.
That's true.
Ashley, Dom's getting a race car. Watch him when he leaves. Doesn't have anything to do. Oh, here's the turn. Brake, brake, brake. Oh, don't take that. Have you seen that video? Did I tell you about that guy that folded over his skinnies taking a turn too hard?
Oh yeah.
Like folded the skinny in half?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. this is gonna complete the video. What a great way to end the video, right?
Yeah.
But thanks for watching, and comment, like, subscribe. If you have any questions about the setup or anything crazy like that, just let me know. And slow, slow, slow. Nothing like letting somebody else drive your car to give you anxiety. We'll see you guys next time on the next